Hi everyone, just a little work in progress video to show you what's going on with my baby that I'm making. Again, this is the first real reborn I've attempted to make. Baby Jamie, which is the Jamie kit from Secrist. This is the second work in progress video, and so since the last video I have finished his blushing, and I have also done some modeling, which you can, it's kind of hard to see with this camera, but I've done some modeling. There you kind of see a little bit on his cheek there, and did some I guess you could say shading, like in things like his ears and his nostrils, and did all of his creases and wrinkles and everything like that. And I've basically, pretty much finished him except for his eyebrows, which I've been having a heck of a time doing. I don't know if I picked the wrong sculpt here to try eyebrows on for the first time. But, oh man, I am having such a hard time with these eyebrows. Fortunately for me, I bought one of these, paint erasers or whatever, because I have tried eyebrows a bajillion times and have been unsuccessful. And we'll see how it goes. His limbs have come out really good. I'm really pleased with the way the veining came out, and with the way his blushing came out, and the way his creases and wrinkles came out, and his modeling. I'm really pleased with all those things. I'm not so pleased with a couple of other things that I'll get into in a little while. I still need to tip his fingernails and do things like, give his lips and nostrils and things like that the wet look, and also do his eyebrows, which if anybody has any suggestions about that, that would be great, because I'm having such a hard time with these eyebrows. I don't know if it's the brush that I've been using. The brush I've been using is the Secrist brush that's just for eyebrows. But you can see that the bristles on this brush are really long, and I don't think that gives you very good control over what happens with the paint. I don't know if I should use other brushes, maybe liner brushes or something like that. I have really small liner brushes, but you can see that they're even thick compared to this thin wispy brush. I just wish that the bristles were shorter or something. I don't know. It's really hard to control. So if anybody has any suggestions about that, what brush to use to do eyebrows, that would be great. I'm halfway thinking about emailing Alicia from Alicia's Angels. I've been looking at all my dolls to see how their eyebrows are done. And wow, she does really awesome eyebrows, so I may actually email her. But if anybody watching this has any suggestions, that would be great as well. Here is his feet, his creases and wrinkles. I think I did a pretty good job on those, and blushing, like the bottom of his feet, so you can see a little veining that I did. But I like the way it came out, really deep under the skin and sort of vague, and I think that's a much better way to do wrinkles veins. I've never been really pleased with dolls that I've gotten that kind of have veining close to the top, or even really defined lines. It just doesn't look right to me, especially if it's on the top. I've always liked much more vague veining, like you can see here. I think that really looks more realistic. So anyway, so he's coming along okay. See, there's some more veining that's not too dark. I think it came out really good. I think his knuckles came out well. Again, I still have to tip his fingernails. I also have noticed that a lot of people, I've been looking at my own dolls, noticed a lot of people don't fill in these little gaps here, and they really kind of should. It sort of looks funny. Now that I've been like doing this myself, I've noticed things on some of my own dolls that, you know, I kind of would have liked fixed if I had like known. I think that the main thing I've learned from all this is you know, how to look closely at some of my own dolls or dolls that I'm thinking about buying, because wow, when you actually do this stuff, it really shows you a lot about what to look for. So anyway, there's really only two things about him that so far that I'm not pleased with. One is that I think he's kind of a little bit too pale, you know, underneath all the blushing. I used the correct amount of paint. I didn't use very much of this skin texture paint, but I don't know if it's because it's on these peach kits or whatever. I mean, the Secrist kits are very, very peach in color. Much more so than the Bountiful Baby kits. I'll give you an example. This is the Secrist kit for the 19-inch baby that I was supposed to do. If you remember correctly, the 17-inch baby, which is what Jamie is, was supposed to be a much simpler baby, but when I watched the third video, which is what this baby was supposed to be for, I decided to go ahead and try all the detailing that was in the third video on the baby that was meant for the second video. So he's kind of like a real beginner baby, because his video that I did wasn't even really supposed to include all this stuff. But anyway, I tried it anyway. So you can see that this kit is much more peach in color than, like, this is an example of a Bountiful Baby kit. This is Sweet Pea Asleep. And you can see the difference in coloring of these kits. And that peach in the Secrist kits, I don't know if it impacts, you know, how I would imagine it does impact how the baby looks. And maybe that's what some of this kind of white with, you know, not red, but really pink from the blushing overtones kind of has done. Overall, I think he came out good, and I mean, he does look realistic in that regard, but I think he's kind of a little bit, I don't know, maybe sort of palish for my taste or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the kit or if I did something wrong. But anyway, if anybody knows about that, that would be swell. If the peach Secrist kits really do, you know, impact how you put on like that first layer of sort of, I guess you could say, foundation, if you will. The other thing that didn't come out as I'd hoped are his lips. And as you can see, like, they're not too bad if you like look at them upside down. They're a little bit dark that way, but the problem is that his lips like overhang, his top lip overhangs. So when he's right side up, he looks like he has lipstick on, which I'm not happy about at all. I wish I could apply lipstick this well to myself. But anyway, there he is. And you can see it's like when light shines actually on the lips, they're a lot better. And I don't know, I don't think I used too much paint. I was really sparse with the paint. It might just be that I had to use the wrong paint, kind of, because Secrist sort of, you know, kind of color codes their paints or whatever. So with the number 2 video kit, which is what he was, I got these strawberry paint. So this is the crease and wrinkle paint for that skin tone, and then this is the I guess it's the blush skin tone paint, and then the brown eyebrows are the same for like everybody or whatever. But anyway, because I used the third video and all the extra detailing to do kit number 2, I didn't have all the paints I needed. to really do kit number 2 using kit number 3's video, if that makes any sense. So I kind of borrowed some lip paint out of kit number 3's you know, set of paints or whatever, and it wasn't the strawberry. It was actually I can't remember what the skin tone was, but it wasn't the strawberry. It was like these in that paint set are kind of darker, more kind of darker. So anyway, I don't know if that might have impacted it or whatever. But I know to use like not very much paint, but I don't know, part of it might be I just kind of used the wrong paint. I don't know if this is fixable, if anybody has any ideas of anything I can put over it to, you know, to kind of tone it down some. If, you know, anybody has any kind of painting tips that I could put another layer of paint to kind of neutralize that, that would be swell. Because otherwise I think he came out pretty well. I'm just not real happy with his lips. I think, you know, it's like if you put a passy over over his mouth, he looks pretty good. So anyway, so I still have to do his eyebrows, and I still have to do like his eyelashes, and if I decide I want to do hair, and I have to tip his nails, and I have to put like kind of moisture, like maybe a little bit on his eyelids or in his nostrils and his lips and a little bit inside of his ears or whatever. And then his painting will be done. So he's coming along okay. Not bad for a first attempt. I've certainly learned a lot. And if anybody has any tips for any of the things I mentioned, either toning down his lips or perhaps another idea for a brush to use to make his eyebrows easier to do. I'm sort of a perfectionist. Well, actually not sort of a perfectionist. I'm a big perfectionist. And so, you know, if anybody has any ideas so that I don't drive myself crazy with these eyebrows, that would be swell. Okay, talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.